Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Hidden Treasures. So first off, I want to thank you all for joining us every week on our weekly shows and over on YouTube. Just want to say big thank you. We've hit the 6,000 subscriber mark, which is fantastic. We've got a competition actually running on YouTube, so go and find that video. You're in with a chance to win over £120 worth of magic. So go watch that video after you've watched this one and get yourself entered into the competition. So before we start, if you haven't done so already, please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and that will notify you every time a new video goes live right here on the Alakazam Magic YouTube channel. Now, the effect I'm going to talk to you about today is an effect that Alakazam released very, very early on. In fact, I believe I was still living in Lewisham at the time. I certainly was when the first version of this effect came out, and I was living in Lewisham, 20 years ago? So this effect has been out, the original was out well over 20 years ago, and we brought this version out, I would say, round about 20 years ago. Yeah, so it's quite an old one, and it's one of the ones that chances are you most probably haven't heard of before. Now I want to give you a bit of the background into this effect. When I lived in Lewisham, the internet was in its infancy really, so magic shops on the internet weren't a big thing. I think we had like an online catalogue. I don't think there was any such thing as like online shopping or shopping carts back then. It was just a catalogue. People would choose what they wanted and then they would send you in a check or a postal order. Now, me and Jen used to do a lot of conventions back then. We used to travel up and down the country at various magic conventions. A lot of these were very small one-day conventions held by regional magic clubs, but they were great. They had a really good family feel to them. And one of our highlights of the year was the Magic Circle Dealers Day. That still goes on now. It's not as big now as it used to be back then, but I do think obviously the internet is to blame with a lot of that, because people don't have to travel to buy their magic. They can order it while they're sitting on their sofa in the comfort of their own home. But the Magic Circle Dealers Day was a big highlight for us. In fact, I believe we used to have two conventions that weekend. We used to have the Magic Circle Dealers Day on the Saturday and then Portsmouth Jumbo Day on the Sunday. So me and Jen used to do the Dealers Day, drive home, have our dinner, go to bed early, wake up early, and then head down to Portsmouth the following day. So it was a busy old weekend. But for the Magic Circle Dealers Day, a friend of mine, Mozik, who's a fantastic creator, most of you will know him as Moz. Moz used to come down, he used to travel down from Leicester, where he lives, used to come down on the Friday night. We used to sit up brainstorming all night, and we used to go to the Dealers Day the following day, me, Jenny and Moz. And the great thing was, believe it or not, there was a couple of times that me and Moz would literally brainstorm on the Friday night, and by Saturday at the Dealers Day, we will be selling the product we had come up with on the Friday. That happened twice. It happened with the predecessor to the trick I'm going to tell you now, and it happened to the predecessor of my effect, ES Perfect, which we actually called Beyond Belief when it first came out. But it was really exciting. I mean, we used to sit there, we used to brainstorm, we used to come up with a routine. I used to run upstairs to my bedroom, type out the instructions, photocopy them, make up the trick, stick in a bag, and the next day we would sell them at the convention. It was absolutely crazy, and that happened with two effects. And like I said, it was the predecessor to the trick I'm going to talk to you about now. So it was on one of these Friday nights we came up with an effect that we called Entrapment, a really beautiful sandwich effect that was super simple to do. Really, really cool. And we made a few up, took them to the Dealers Day. They sold out in a matter of an hour or so. I mean, literally we were demming it in the morning, and every time we demmed it, we sold one, and we had sold out super quick. A few years later, or about a year later actually, I was speaking to a friend of mine, Rob Bromley, and I was discussing the effects with him. And he said, I've created a gimmick that I think would work really well with that effect. And he sent me the gimmick down, and that's when this effect was actually created as you see it now. Before I speak any further, let's take a look at a performance. So we're going to show you a trick using a deck of cards, and I need two matching cards, so we'll go with these two. We have got the King of Diamonds, King of Clubs and King of Spades. Almost went a bit colourblind there. I'm going to place the kings down there just for 1 second. Dave, you're going to select a card for me, but not in the standard way. I'm going to show you all the cards as they go by, and you're just going to name any one you see. So anyone you like, you can have.
2 of diamonds.
This one?
Yeah.
Sure?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so very important, you see your 2 of diamonds.
Yeah.
We are going to pop your 2 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Between the 2 kings, okay? Just like this. Now the idea is your 2 of diamonds is going to jump from here and appear back in the deck.
Right.
Watch. Just like that. That's all I need to do. All I need to do to make your 2 of diamonds jump from between the kings and appear face down.
Very cool.
In the deck.
Okay,
you can check through here. There is no 2 of diamonds. There is one face down card, however.
Turn it over.
Shall I?
Yeah.
And there we have the 2 of diamonds. But it doesn't stop there, young David.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to sign your name on the 2 of diamonds. Big and bold, young man. Lovely. And once again, we're going to leave the kings out of the way.
Okay.
In fact, what I am going to do is I am going to put an elastic band around the kings, just like that. Okay, you can see it banded.
Yeah.
They're going to sit there, and your 2 of diamonds, David, we are going to push into the deck. Hopefully you can see that going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is your signature.
That's the one.
Perfect. And we are going to cut the deck and maybe even give them a little shuffle.
Ooh.
Just like so. Now, if I could get your 2 of diamonds, the signed 2 of diamonds, to jump from that deck between those 2 kings, would you be impressed?
Yeah, I would be very impressed.
Yeah, so would I, because they're quite a distance away. So what if I move them just slightly closer? Would you still be impressed?
I would still be impressed.
How about if I was to place them just here on top of the deck? Now, bearing in mind, your card's still got to make its way from the bottom of the deck up through all the other cards, through the elastic band, and between the 2 kings.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
To do that, all I need to do is push down here, give a little flick. That sends a little vibration down to the bottom of the deck. As it hits your card's now vibrates its way back up to the top. It is mental. But let me show you what happens, David.
Yeah.
So all we need to do is take the band off, and you can see that there is 1 card and 1 card only between the 2 kings. We have the King of Spades, the King of Clubs, and your card, the 2 of Diamonds. Right, so that's it. That's Entrapment Gold. So what you have there is you have a routine by myself and Mozik, and you have a gimmick that has been handcrafted by Rob Bromley. The gimmick is great, and it really makes this effect super simple to actually perform. And there are no real sleights to talk of either. I teach everything you need to know, and it is an effect that you'll be able to do within minutes of opening the pack. It is really super simple. Now, I love it because Rob's gimmick really gives the impression of fairness right up until the last moment. There's no rough and smooth or sticky stuff involved. It's just a very clever gimmick by Rob. It's genius actually, and at the time when he created it, I had never seen anything similar to this. Now, the great thing about Entrapment Gold is you can use it as a standalone effect, but you can also use it at any point during your act. So you can be doing card effects all night, and then you can introduce this and go into this super killer, super clean sandwich effect. It's such a great little effect, and it's something that, like I said, when I first created it with Moz, I fell in love with it, and it's something that I have done on and off for the 20 years that it's been out. Now, I'm sure you'd really enjoy it. I'm sure there's a lot of you that have actually got this somewhere in your magic drawer. If you have, dig it out, because it is super powerful. And the great thing as well is this is an effect that can be done over Zoom. You can ask them to name a card, and that could end up being the card that's being sandwiched. So it will work in close up and in the sort of performing arena we have at the moment, which is online. It really is a super trick. So that brings us to the end of Hidden Treasures this week. It's quite a quick one just to show you this amazing effect. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of you have actually got it in your repertoire already, or at least somewhere in your magic drawer. So if you have, dig it out, because it is an absolute killer. If you haven't got it already and you would like to grab one, just hit that button up there. We have got stock of them at Alakazam Magic. Now, before I go, just want to say on the 27th of August, so that is next week at 7 o'clock, so Thursday the 27th at 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, we have got another live product launch for you. So you can join us live, you can see the world premiere of our new trailer, and if you purchase the products on the night, you'll get a ticket to the after show where there'll be a live unboxing, and we'll teach you exactly what the effect is. We'll have an interview with the creator, and we'll talk some extra tips and handlings and routine ideas with you. So make sure you don't miss that. And like I said, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep you updated with everything new at Alakazam. And we will see you soon right here at Alakazam Magic. Thank you so much for watching.